good day. It was beautiful here in Atlanta. Hope y'all enjoy the weather. If you got outside, I know it's gonna get back cold, but we got a little taste of spring, you know what I'm saying? So that felt really good. 1 second. All right. So we'll get started real soon. So today, guys, if y'all can remember, we're going over coins. That's the acronym that I came up with at Young and Debt Free for the steps to become debt free, eliminate debt, and then also start what I like to call simple investments. Okay. So yesterday we talked a lot about the C in coins, and that was talking about like creating a money mindset. And we went over like different ways you can start processing your money mindset. The way you think about money, and the way you think about money, of course, projects the way you deal and interact with money today. So we talked about that yesterday. So today I wanted to just throw out 3 different ways to just get yourself organized. A lot of the success with, I believe, anyone with money, but definitely to my debt-free journey, was just organization, like sitting down with my debt. And I understand like a lot of us just hate to do it. And we hate to do it for multiple reasons. And I find that we hate to do it because it's aggravating, it's stressful, it's depressing when you're sitting in front of all your bills. All right. You have I know in the older days, a lot of the bills came in the mail, you have a pile of bills, and it's just exhausting. And today, most of us are probably, especially, if you're about 18 through maybe, I don't know, even 40, 45, you're probably doing a lot of stuff online. Okay. You probably paying most of your bills online, you view your bills online, and that's also taxing. It's also stressful. So I have like a blended version of both of them where I still use some type of worksheet or a graphic organizer to help me manage my money. So when I was on my debt-free journey, or when I started, I should say, I literally took a notebook, just a notebook like this, and I started writing down everything I had, like all the bills I could think of, if it came from credit cards, my student loans, individually each loan. Because some people are like, yo, I got about $50,000 of student loans, but they don't know that the exact amounts that are split up per loan. So I wrote down everything. So it's just really something that's, I don't like to use the word simple, but I'm thinking about something like just writing something down, like write all your bills, write everything down, just sit down with it is super effective. It's super effective. Okay. And so I have a tool, a worksheet I created. If you would like it, I would definitely send it over to you or whatever, so you can use. So again, let's talk about organizing our money, all right, to really advance you on the debt-free journey. And so the first thing I wanted to look at was this. Let's see. Nope. Let me get out of this. I don't want to be in the comments. Why is it sending me to the comments? I'm going to just say hello. Excuse me, viewers. I'm on Instagram too. All right. So again, just a reminder that this right here is the steps. And again, the money sign S, I've decided to move away from self-educating side hustle to side hustle and start investing. All right. And we're going to get to that on Friday. So every day of the week, I'm going through the letters. All right. On Tuesday for O, I, Wednesday, and of course, Thursday N, and then $. We'll talk about side hustling and to start investing. All right. So let's go through this. And for today, my first step when it comes to organizing your debts is like, well, how much is your lifestyle today? And that, it's just critical. I think that, you know, sometimes we get a raise and then we increase our lifestyle, or our lifestyle expands, or we go out and buy something maybe that's going to take us another 3 or 4 years to pay off. Okay. So if you was to really write down or calculate everything that you need, all right, we talked about the needs, the necessities. So it goes back to yesterday a little bit. We talked about needs and wants. How much money would it take for you to live? And then you also can write down your minimum debt payments. So if you have credit cards, you have a car loan, or any type of, we call it installment loan, or any lines of credit open, you know, how much is all that added up together, along with your, you know, your housing, your insurance, your groceries, even throw in your fund, like how much money are you spending a month? Like how much is your lifestyle today? And this is very important because it will help again, separate those needs versus the wants. You will have a figure or a number that you know that you need to make this amount, and then the money that you have left over, I should say, or the extra money, of course, you put towards your debt. So it's just very, very important, like to know how much is your lifestyle. Now, to figure that out, it's pretty painful. It's very painful. I remember doing this. It goes to step number 2. But I remember sitting in front of like my credit card statements, my bank statements, and I was just adding up things for like the last 2 months. And I was like, yo, like, I spend so much money on out to eat food. If you guilty, I mean, say what's up. If you're on IG and you guilty, you know you spend a lot of money on out to eat food. Like, say what's up. Like, but when I was able to really look at it and calculate it, it did motivate me to spend less or to plan for it better. Okay. So I do give myself time. It's depressing. So Kels, yeah, y'all feel me? Y'all feel me? So it's ridiculous. And now I just give myself money in my budget to plan for it. Like, so yes, I decreased the amount that I spend going out, but I also put money to the side. Okay. And I cash flow the money to a side, a whole separate account. So I know I could treat myself, because you got to pay yourself too. You got to pay yourself. All right. But the reality of it, or the hard part, or the thing that you swallow, is like, when you looking at your statements like that, and you looking at like say the last 8 weeks, and you're able to get an idea of just really how much, you know, you get how much your lifestyle is and what are your needs and wants. It's very, very important to write down that. And that goes into kind of slide number 2. It's just verify your debts and bills. So this is another way to get yourself organized. Take a sip of the smoothie I made. Excuse me. To get yourself organized is to verify your debts and your bills. Like, I meet so many people who forget like what bills they have. I don't really get it, because I don't want bill collectors after me. You know what I'm saying? I was like really big on making sure my credit was good growing up, or, you know, you always heard to keep it good. So but also verifying that things are correct. The credit bureaus make mistakes. So it's just very important that you check your credit report. So you can go to annualcreditreport.com. It's a completely free site. If you are asked to put in any type of information, like credit card information, anything like that, debit card, you're in the wrong site. Okay. Annualcreditreport.com. I'll type it into IG, and then for my Facebook viewers and YouTube, I'll type that in as well. But annualcreditreport.com. And this was like one of the first sites that I went to check all of my my debts. I wanted to see what was going on, and if the debts that I had, or I thought I had at least in my credit cards, if they matched, if it matched it on my credit report. I'm also a junior. So, what's up, Kitty? So, me being a junior, my name is Melvin Bridges Jr. and I have my dad, Melvin Bridges. So, I wanted to double check like some of his stuff wasn't on my report. So, that's very, very important. Also, I've been a victim of identity theft before. So, um checking verify your debts and for is this important for multiple reasons, so you know how much you have, so it matches up with what you've been paying with. Going to annualcreditreport.com is just very, very important to know what's all open in your name, because some of us got those cousins and those mamas and those aunties and those people in your family that like to use your name for stuff. So that's key to figuring out. Going to annualcreditreport.com, may open something. You may find something on there that you don't like. Trust me, been there before. So again, I just think it's like very, very crucial to getting yourself organized is to verify what you have. Also, when you pull up your credit report, if they make mistakes, the credit bureaus makes gazillions of mistakes. So if you see a mistake, whether it's address or a name or anything like that, you can even dispute that because it doesn't match up, and possibly get that removed off your credit report. Again, I'm not the expert on that, but I do believe that. And so, and if you have questions about that, let me know. I know someone who is an expert on all things credit, but definitely, yes, verify your debts is very, very important. And again, I have a tool that's going to help you. And so last but not least, all right, we get right to the point, Amy. And then I'll show you the tool that I use, guys. All day, Kenny. You think the Chiefs gonna win it all? I'm still in Atlanta, man. 1 second, Kenny. I'm gonna talk to you. That's my former student, Mr. NFL. What's up with you? Number 3, organize bills and prioritize debts. So when you go to annualcreditreport.com, and this is what I did. I wrote down every account that I saw, and I just verified, like, yep, that's mine. This is not mine. Or why is this phone bill on here? Because this is not my phone. So I did all of that stuff. So after that, I started to prioritize like which debt I was going to start paying off. So this is when it comes to like creating those goals. And like I started looking at things like, okay, I didn't have any medical bills, but like say if you have medical bills, maybe that's something, you can work on later, before, or maybe if you're having a hard time paying it, there's some type of programs and things set in place. So it's there, you acknowledge that it's there, but you may have a different plan to help you pay that off or whatever. So when I started prioritizing my debts, I started thinking about the interest rate. I started thinking about, and then the account balances. And sometimes if the account balances were very low, like I paid my Macy's and Best Buy card off first when I went started my debt-free journey, because their balances were less than $500. So I felt like if I pay those off, it was like excitement for me. It was like at least taking, at the time, I think I had like 13 cards active. It's ridiculous. But it was like taking away from that list of 13 credit cards that was active. And I was like, okay, I got 11 left, whatever. But so those are like very, very important. That's very, very important to do. And I'm going to show you how I do it. And another quick thing I forgot to mention, at annualcreditreport.com, if I'm not mistaken, up to April this year, because of coronavirus, you can pull up your report from all 3 bureaus right now. So if you're only accustomed to seeing your Experian report, you can pull up your TransUnion report as well as your Equifax report on annualcreditreport.com right now. Photo free, free 99. So you can't be mad at that. All right, you can't be mad at that. So this is the tool that I use. So the debt organizer tool. So basically, and guys, if you want this, just inbox me. Like I got to put a link up, I feel like, to get this, to download this. But I have this in PDF, and I also have this in Excel too. In Excel, in the Excel sheet, it also does all the calculations for you. Like it calculates, I believe, your interest, or It helps show like if you make certain payments, when the date or how long it before it be paid off and things like that. So there's some automation in there. I'm not fancy with Excel, but of course I do that. And so again, if you want this to check it out, like let me know. Seriously, just inbox me or whatever. I send this to you. But the debt organizer tool, this was just something again that I took basically from my notebook and just made it look pretty. And so I will write down the lenders. I wrote down what type of debts there were. I wrote down the balances I owed. I wrote down like what was the APR, the interest charge. Guys, interest charges are really serious. Like I remember one credit card at one point, I was getting charged like $60 a month with interest because the balances were so high and the interest, the APR was high. So each month I was getting tagged on another $60 that I had to pay to the credit cards. And it's amazing how many of us like just ignore that. And that's very, very important because the money out your pocket. And again, that may or may not help you determine how you're going to prioritize to pay off the debt. And so that's why I love the last column where it says debt priority, like which one are you going to pay off first? And that's why I just literally wrote down, okay, this is going to be number one, it's going to be number two. And it just kept me organized. Seeing something visual is versus like it's in my head, it plays a whole different role in the game, guys. And you just will be surprised if you take time, even like an hour a week, to really look at your finances, to see areas where you can improve, or maybe areas you want to highlight and ask questions to people. There's so many people to hit up. There's so many tools and resources online to really get what you need. But it's going to start with you. All right. It's going to start with you looking in the mirror and you getting real and serious about it and acknowledging it and accepting like, hey, this is mine. This is my debt. This is the whole list of it. This is how much I owe. I got to pay this off. So this tool is very important. And then the this kind of like a quick snapshot, excuse me, of the Excel sheet. I think I feel like I have another one somewhere, but basically it's just listing everything, and it does some calculations for you. I don't think it does the interest for you though. So that's something you have to calculate. But again, just if you see the columns, it just shows how much you owe, how much, and then it has also the minimum payments, and so it subtracts that for you. But even though, like, let's say the first one, if you see it says medical bill $47, like you pay $47 like your minimum, it will. But if you put in actual payment, if you see actual payment, you pay, I don't know, $58. It'll do the subtraction for you and it will calculate the new balance. So it's really cool. It's really quick. But again, another way just to organizing your debts and organizing your expenses, your bills, and so forth and so forth. All right. So again, if you need or want this, let me know. And that really sums up the presentation. I just wanted to come in here and as I'm getting comfortable and stuff, and I just really just thank y'all for y'all support. Just keep dropping some knowledge as much as I can each day, and hopefully that you can use some of this to really increase your lifestyle, to advance your debt-free journey, and to start investing. All right, and we're going to be also inside of a group. It's a group on Facebook called Coins with the $sign by Young and Debt Free. Guys, join the group. It's about 200 of us in there. We just starting to get it back active. So if you would like to, just you can you don't have to type in a whole URL right there, but you can just find a group on Facebook, and we're going to be having some prizes, some things, some cool things going on moving forward in the group really, really soon. Again, I hope you got some from it. Let me know if you have any questions or anything you want to talk about, but I appreciate the support. So bow, bow, bow. All right. What's up, Kenny? You still here? What's up, little chef? Yeah, we're about 15, 20 minutes in. Okay, cool. It's perfect timing.